We are here today with author Barry Denenberg, who wrote Script for the Journal of William Thomas Emerson. Welcome, Mr. Denenberg. Why did you create William Thomas Emerson since he is not real?
Well, thanks for having me on the show. I created William because I wanted young kids to know what it was like through a young kid's eyes like them in the Revolutionary War. What kind of pressure they felt from the British soldiers and what the British soldiers did to them and made them do. Like in the book, a British soldier kicks over Will's pile of logs just for fun, and it was like that. And yeah, I just wanted them to get a visionary of that.
Okay, well, what was it like for William to lose both his father and mother in an accident from a lightning strike?
It was very devastating for him. He was living on the streets and everything, and he just couldn't get over it. And until he met Mr. Wilson, who picked him up off of the streets after about a month, he just couldn't wrap around it. Yeah.
Did William Emerson like Boston, or was the whole patriots and loyalists thing too much for him?
He liked Boston probably much more than his home because he loved Mrs. Thompson, who was the tavern owner that Mr. Wilson stayed with, and he made friends there easily. There was lots of things to do, and even though the British were there and pestered him all the time, he had a great time.
If you were in Boston at that time, would you have been a patriot like Will, or would you have been loyal to the king?
You know, that's a tough question. I think I would have been a patriot because that's why I created the character of Will, and that's why I created the character of Will. I mean, yeah.
Okay, Henry Moody became best friends with Will early in the story. Near the end, Henry gets killed by a British soldier. Why did Will not care that much?
He did care. He just did not express it as much as he should have.
So, was all happy and good after Will decided to stay with Mrs. Thompson?
No, it wasn't. British kept pestering them and pushing them around, but they stayed strong. And even though Mr. Wilson left and all the other friends left, they were good, and they stayed there with in the tavern, and it was hard, but they did it.
One final question for you. Since Will was such a great patriot that you described in the book, why did you think someone like Will would not go and fight for America, but stay with Mrs. Thompson instead?
I think that he stayed with Mrs. Thompson because even though he wanted to go fight as much as he did, Mrs. Thompson was like a mother to him, and he just couldn't leave her like that, just like that.
Very good. Thank you very much for being our guest, Mr. Denenberg. We appreciate your comments.
Thanks for letting me come.